I'd like to just take one quick thought and look at the entrance into Jerusalem. It was the custom when a king came to a city to choose either to come in on a donkey or a horse, and usually both were available at the door of a city. And the choice that the king would make had to do with how well he trusted the populace. If he trusted the populace completely, he would come in on a donkey, which, as you know, is an animal that's more difficult to control and this sort of thing. If he did not trust the populace, he always entered the city on a horse, because the horse was a defensive animal and easy to control. So what we see, the fulfillment of the prophecy, is that Jesus comes to Jerusalem and riding on the donkey. The thing that is amazing about this story to me is that the way things are going on at this point, Jesus knows very well what's going to happen to him when he gets there. He knows very well how the crowd is going to respond. But it is of the nature of Jesus, through the entire scriptures, always to act as though the best is going to come from the other person. So even though the crowd has sort of put together this thing about crucifying him, Jesus enters the city as though the crowd is on his side. We see it end tragically here in his crucifixion. But on the other hand, if you look through his life, it's because he acted that way we end up with the 12 apostles. We end up with Mary Magdalene, the Virgin Mary. I go through 100 people in the scriptures. And these people who are not just great people, these are unbelievably great people, respond to Jesus' openness. And through all of history, Jesus will choose to do that. He comes to every person. You could take, who appears to be the worst to me in history would be Adolf Hitler. And you can take someone who appears to be the best, which is Mother Teresa, and he approached them with the same openness. He approaches every person in absolute trust. And the amazing thing about Jesus is what he can make of any person who will respond. But the key is to always expect the best when you approach